typing my newsletters, I tend to type so fast that there are spelling errors or some of my sentences just.
Okay. Hey guys, so we are again back with another TCS and PP slot. Can someone let me know if I'm audible, if my voice is clear? Can someone let me know in the comment section that my voice is clear, my screen is visible? Okay, shall we start? Can someone just acknowledge if if my voice is loud and clear? Okay, we got a clear. Daryl, can you let me know if my screen is properly visible? Okay. Okay, so let's begin. All right. Today we are going to discuss about TCS NQT Day 3 Slot 2. All right, we are going to talk about Day 3 Slot 2. If you have missed Slot 1 questions, make sure that you watch them too, because it's only going to help you, right? So we are going to start with Day 3 Slot 2 Verbal Ability. Now, again, the questions are same. The question number and the time limit is the same. We have 24 questions and 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. All right, so this is your equation for verbal ability for TCS NQT. Let's move ahead. Now, if you are not following us on our social media handles, that is on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, do follow us because we keep updating you about the latest drives that are coming up, any latest video that we come up with, new syllabus, recruitment, hirings, everything is updated. Also on Discord, we interact personally with the students as well as on Telegram. So if you have any issues regarding your experience or any question or anything under the sun on Prep Insta, you can directly contact us on Discord and on Telegram. All right, so yes, before moving ahead, I'll just let you know if you people are new over here and you haven't watched previous videos, let me tell you that we are updating all the questions of all the TCS NQT slots, right? So to get that PDF, what you can do is come onto our Instagram handle, PrepInsa 2021. That is why I asked you to follow us, because we keep updating all the courses over here. So PrepInsa 2021 is the key 21. Don't forget the year. Click on the link in the bio. All right, click the link in the bio. When you are here, click on the first link, that is TCS NQT All Slots question. After you click on that, you are going to be redirected on the PDF itself. All right, so this is the PDF, right? Here we are updating questions from all the sections, that is quants, verbal, reasoning, programming, logic, and coding, with the slot wise segregation. All right, so you can get questions from 12 September slot 1, slot 2, 13 September slot 1, slot 2, 14 September slot 1 and slot 2. All right, a very important disclaimer before we proceed ahead, that is all of the questions that you see we are discussing on live are not the ongoing questions but previous slot questions, right? We only come live with the questions when the previous slot is over. So we never cover the ongoing slot in our lives. All right, so that is very important for you to know. So PrepInsa does not encourage any kind of malpractice, right? So now that we are discussing slot 2 questions, we know that slot 2 is over. All right, so that is why we are here. Now you can just go below on this page, you go down on this page and you can see topic wise segregation and section wise segregation as well. So you have numerical ability, verbal ability, logical reasoning, programming logic, and coding here as well. So those who have exams post today, that is tomorrow or continuing this week, you can come over here and practice questions, because you are going to get similar type of questions for your slot as well. All right, so yes, this is the PDF. Go on Practicer 2021 and you are going to get it. All right, so let's get ahead with the questions now. All right, so let's move on to the first question. Now, before moving ahead, I would let you know that for verbal ability, there are some topics that you need to practice very properly. Some they are, error identification, reading comprehension, close test, para jumbles, alternate usage, formal informal sentences, sentence improvement construction, and selecting words. All right, these are very important for you to know, and you need to know the additional grammar as well, such as tenses, subject verb agreement, and all of those grammar portion as well. All right, so let's move ahead. First question is an error identification question. This is going to be an R. So let's move ahead. What you can let me know the answers in the comment section, and then we are going to follow along. All right. So the director of the movie was confident about his lead actor's ability to pull off such dramatic role. All right. So please make sure that you know the answer. Even if it's wrong, do comment in the section below so I know where you are going wrong. Right. So yes, try to solve it. Also, if you have any question regarding TCS NQT, make sure that you comment and ask us, because our team and I am here to let you know, right, and answer your queries. So make sure if you have any doubt or any query, to drop your comments. Okay, the director of the movie was confident about his lead actor's ability to pull off such demanding role. So first sentence, confident about his lead actors. This is a properly structured grammatical sentence, so there is no error. Hence, we are ruling out option A. The director of the movie was. Again, the director of the movie was. Right? So again, this part is completely correct. So we are ruling it out. Ability to pull off such demanding role. Now, very important thing to understand over here is it says such demanding role. All right. Now here, role is singular. All right. Now, which article forms a singular or depicts a singular noun? That is a or an, right? Indefinite articles. What we are not using over here is an indefinite article between such and demanding. If you are using a singular noun, you will have to use like an indefinite article as well. Had it been roles, right? Had it been a plural form of noun, you would not have used any article, because we don't use any article before plural nouns. But because it is a singular noun, we are going to use an indefinite article, right? A and are indefinite articles, right? So we are going to use a or an. Because D is a consonant, so we are going to use A. According to this, no error is again ruled out, and we are going to tick off option D as the correct answer. All right, ability to pull off such a demanding role. We cannot change the noun over here, right? What we can change is the missing part. And what is missing? A over here. All right, so option D is our answer. Okay. Read the following sentence and fill in the blanks by selecting the appropriate word. Now, what you have to do is, as I told you, selecting words. This is the topic that you are going to attempt over here. So please go ahead, try to solve it. Until then, let me see some of the questions. All right. Okay. Yes, Rajeshi, that is what I told. Like, that is what I explained earlier, that you are going to get similar type of questions. Obviously, not similar questions or the same questions, but similar type of questions. For example, for verbal, you are going to get error identification, reading comprehension, close test, para jumbles, and so on and so forth. All right. So whatever topics I just, mentioned, please make sure that you practice them. Also, very important that you practice the questions from the PDF. because we have all slot questions over there from all the days. So it is going to be an added benefit for you. All right. Let's get back. In the prehistoric age, the early humans were hunter and gatherers who lived nomadically. Their dash were mostly caves or campus near water. All right. So let's go from D. You cannot use schools over here, right? Because nomads and hunters wouldn't have schools. They did not have villages because we are using camps, right? So the word villages is ruled out. Hermitages. What are hermitages? Hermitages are, secluded area where a hermit would live. All right. Hermitages are secluded area where a hermit would live. What is a hermit? Hermit is a saint, all right, or a monk. They would live. So we are going to go with the word dwellings. Dwellings means place to live. Now, these dwellings are not permanent places. They can be shifted along with your requirements. So dwellings are the word that we're going for. And so we can choose option A as the correct answer. All right, so all those who have answered dwellings, great job. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, before moving forward, let me take you through a Prep Insta Prime from where you can practice. Now, if you are already a Prime subscriber, great, because you know that you can prepare from TCS NQT. But if you are not, I would suggest to go for it at least and try it out even for a shorter span if you want. But what you can do is, if you don't have a lot of time because your exams are coming up and you don't have a lot of time, a lot of drives are coming up, what you can do is prepare from this website, all right, Prep Insta Prime. When you come down on the company section, you can see the first part, the first company that we have is TCS NQT or Ninja. When you go on to this link, when you click on it, you can move on to the study material that we have for TCS NQT. Now, because we have analyzed the questions of each topic or each section, we know that the questions that we have for you to practice are very, very similar to those that you are getting in TCS NQT or Ninja, right? So it is going to help you out in some way or the other if you practice. Also, if you are subscribing, you not only get TCS NQT, but you also get all other companies and skill-based preparation material as well. All right. So yes, you can subscribe to it and not just practice for TCS NQT, but other companies that are going to hire very soon. All right. They are going to hire very, very soon. All right. So let's move ahead now. Let's move to the next question. For the 4 sentences paragraph below, sentences S1 and S4 are given. From the options P, Q, and R, choose appropriate sentences for S2 and S3. All right. So what we have to do here is we have to, mark either P, Q, R, either of these two as sentence 2 and sentence 3. All right. So please go ahead, try to solve it. Till then, I'll see some of the comments. Okay. Ma'am, link not opening. Can you let me know, Krishna, which link is not opening? The link that we are providing on the comment section or the one that is mentioned on Instagram? Instagram link is opening as I just showed you. Let me know which one is not opening. Okay, let's move ahead with the questions now. All right. In India, the president enjoys the power to veto a bill. In practice, though, this power has been exercised only by a few former presidents. All right. Let's see the statements. It gives the president a unilateral authority to reject a bill. Now, as we see that it has used the pronoun it, right? That means that we are referring to a particular noun. What is the noun? The power to veto. All right. This is the noun over here. And in the second sentence, we are referring to the power of vetoing as it. It gives the president a unilateral authority to reject a bill. This is describing what veto is. So we are going to take P after S1. All right, let's take S1 over here. We are going to take P after this. Now, the Constitution, however, does not state the provisions of veto explicitly. The Indian Prime Minister, on the other hand, has other duties to fulfill. Now, the Indian Prime Minister, do you think that in the entire passage, there is the need to mention the Prime Minister over here? No. What we need to do is we need to talk about the veto more, right? Because the last sentence is talking about veto again. So the Constitution, however, does not state the provisions of veto explicitly. That means that the president enjoys a power of veto. What is veto? Authority to reject a bill, but the Constitution does not state the provisions of veto explicitly. In practice, though, this power has been exercised by only few former presidents. All right, so we are going to go with P first and then Q followed by S4, right? So we are going to go with PQ, that is option D. All right, so option D is going to be our answer. All right. Yes, okay, so option D is the answer. I hope you have gotten the answer same, and let's move forward now. Okay, the following sentences can be revised into one better sentence. Choose the sentence that is the best revision. Now, what do you have to do over here is you have two different sentences and you have to put them together, all right, with the use of conjunction, preposition, or any other part of speech. All right, so please go ahead, try to solve it. I'm giving you only 20 seconds for this to solve. All right, let's see if we can solve it quickly. Now here, the use of has, had is completely correct. All right, so you don't have to remove it. This is only known as sequence of tenses. Once you Google up the word sequence of tenses, you are going to see that you can use, these form of sentences as well. Now, what is this? Present perfect plus past perfect. All right, so you can use these forms again together. Okay, let's see. The tennis champion has had the reputation of being a winner all through her career, despite she lost the singles Grand Slam tournament. No, the first sentence cannot be the answer because we have used despite over here. This despite should be used before this sentence and after this sentence and before this sentence. Then it would have made sense. It could have been, she lost the singles Grand Slam tournament despite being a winner all through her career, right? So this is wrong. She lost the singles Grand Slam tournament. However, the tennis champion has had the reputation of being a winner. Now, very important thing, whenever you start a particular sentence, you will never have a pronoun first and then the main subject or the noun. First, you are going to have the noun and then the pronoun. Noun always comes first, followed by a pronoun. All right, so make sure that you never start a sentence with a pronoun and end it with a noun. This sentence is completely wrong, as followed by this sentence as well, right? Even if is a wrong word. Had it been even though, right? Had it been even though, we would have said that the answer is correct or that the sentence is correct. But because it uses even if, this is completely incorrect. All right. Finally, we have statement D that uses the conjunction nevertheless. Now, what does nevertheless mean? Right? Nevertheless means despite or instead of or even though. All right. That means the tennis champion has had the reputation of being a winner all through her career. Nevertheless, she lost the singles Grand Slam tournament. That means even if like even though she was a tennis champion, she lost the singles Grand Slam tournament, right? So we are going to go with option D over here. Option D is correct because the usage of despite is wrong. Despite should have been used after this sentence and before the winner sentence. Using she before the noun is incorrect. Here, even though should have been used instead of even if, right? Hence, we are going to go with the word nevertheless. All right, nevertheless, she lost the singles Grand Slam tournament. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, moving ahead. Now you have a closed test kind of a sentence. All right, what do you have to do? You have a passage where there are two blanks and you have to fill those two blanks with a word. All right, so go ahead, try to solve this question, take around 20 to 30 seconds, read the passage, and then we'll quickly see what the answer is. Also, if you have any query, do make sure that you comment down below so that our team and myself can sort it out and answer your issues. All right, so, okay, very important query that we normally have about NQT is, does it have, negative marking? But it does not have negative marking. All right, so NQT does not have negative marking. Also, there is a sectional cutoff of 75%. All right, sectional as well as overall cutoff is 75%. Okay, let's move ahead. Bonsai specimens are ordinary trees and shrubs that are dwarfed by a system of pruning roots and branches and training branches by tying with wire. The art dash in China, where perhaps over 1,000 years ago, trees were dashed in trays, wooden containers, and earthenware pots and trained in naturalistic shapes. Okay, let's see the options for blank one. Instigated, created, originated, and derived. What do you think can fit over here? The art dash in China. Whenever we see that something has been started in a place, we always say the origin. All right, it originated in China. So we are going to use the word originated. That is, for first blank, we are going to use the option C. All right, that means the art originated in China. That means the art began in China. All right. Perhaps over 1,000 years ago, trees were dashed in trays, wooden containers. Trees were improved. You cannot improve a tree or enrich a tree or promote a tree, but you can cultivate a tree, right? You cannot improve a tree. A tree improves itself. You cannot enrich or promote a tree, but you can cultivate it. They were cultivated in trays, wooden containers, and earthenware pots. All right, so we are going to go with option A for blank 2. So CA. Which option says CA? Option A. All right, so we are going to go with option A as the correct answer. All right, I hope you are understanding that the art originated in China. That means the art had its origin in China, and the trees were cultivated in trays, wooden containers, and earthenware pots. That means they were not grounded, like they were not put into grounds or gardens, but they were put into trays, wooden containers, and earthenware pots. All right, so yes, moving ahead. Now, before moving ahead, anyone who has recently joined, I let you know that if you have your exams like after this, from tomorrow till Sunday, from where you can practice, go on to our Prepinsa 2021, right? 2021 is the key. Go on to the link in the bio given, click on that, come on to this page. All right, once you are on this page, click on TCS NQT all slots question. Once you do that, you are going to be redirected on the PDF. Now, what does the PDF have? This PDF has all the questions from all the slots, from slot 1, slot 2, from 12 September, 13 September, and 14 September as well of each section. As you can see, numerical ability, verbal ability, reasoning ability, programming logic, and coding as well. All right, so you have all of these sections given in from all the slots. So you can practice your questions from here because all of the questions have been following the same pattern as we've noticed. All right, they can be difficult and easy, but the pattern is the same. So you can practice from here. As you go down on this page, you can see the topics and the questions along with solutions as well. Now, a very important disclaimer is that we never update or never come live when a particular slot, excuse me, is going on. All right, all of these questions that we are discussing on the live or in the PDF are from the previous slot questions. Okay, so there are no current slot questions that are going on. So yes, you cannot like go for any malpractice with PrepInsta because we do not encourage that. All right, now, very important thing. If you are preparing for TCS NQT, all right, and you have only 1 day or 2 day or 3 days, what you can do is, if you are not a member of Prime, I would suggest get the subscription even for a lesser month. It would be good for you. And you can come on TCS NQT. Those who have the Prime subscription, you can come on prepinsta.com as well because you also have the Royal Pass access of prepinsta.com. Come on to this page. As you can see, we have analytics as well. So you can consider yourself if you are doing good or doing bad and improve yourself. Likewise, you have all information about the sections. And when you come down, you can prepare from here as well, right? So if we go on to, let's say, verbal, right? And if we go on to selecting words quiz, we are going to land upon this page. Once you are done with solving all the questions on PrepInsta Prime, you can come on to prepinsta.com and practice more quizzes as well, more paid quizzes. Once you go on to this quiz and you solve a question, you can see that we have analytics for each question as well. All right. How do these analytics help you? They can help you to understand if you are doing good or not. Now, 0% people have solved this question before you, obviously, because I just directly clicked on an option. But what you can do is you can understand how many people are doing it before you and after you, and how many of them are doing it correctly or not, right? So this is how analytics can help you out to improve your performance. See how you can see, just click on show graph and you can see your graph, whether you're doing good or not. And overall analytics is shown over here. All right, so this is going to help you out to prepare. All right, so yes, again, let's get back to our questions. Okay, which one of the following sentences uses formal language? As I told you, formal and informal language is again very important to know, right? So please go ahead, try to solve it out, and then we'll quickly see what the answer is. Abhik, I am not sure if you can correct your details in the Wipro form. I'm not the person to let you know about this, but we are keeping a check on this question. We'll let you know. Ping us on Telegram or ping us on Discord if you can with your query, and our team is going to help you out with that. All right, so yes, you can do that. Okay, let's move ahead. They coming with us, question mark. He spilled the beans before his boss. The consignment has been dispatched. She isn't associated with us. Okay, now they coming with us. Do you use this term with any of your colleagues? No, you use this term with your friends. They coming with us. The formal tone would have been, are they coming with us? Right, with us would be here. Are they coming with us? Or are they joining us? That would have been a better formal sentence. So this is informal. He spilled the beans before his boss. Now, spilled the beans. This is not a word or a term or a phrase that you use in a formal sense. You could have said that he spoke everything before his boss, or he told his boss everything, or he confessed before his boss. That could have been a more formal sentence. She isn't associated with us. Now the hint word is isn't. In any of the formal sentences, we never use contractions. Now, what are contractions? whenever we write don't, or in this case isn't, this is a contraction. A contraction means a short form of what is not. So whenever you have a formal sentence, you will have the full form instead of a contractive term. All right. So we are going to go with option C as the correct answer. And option C is a formal sentence. The consignment has been dispatched. Full stop. That's it. This is a very formal tone and in a very formal terms as well. So we are going to go with option C. All right. Moving ahead. You have another fill in the blank with preposition. So that is why I told you, apart from the basic topics, you also have to be very good in grammar as well, right? So grammar as in parts of speech, subject verb agreement, or tenses, all of these are very important to know as well. Okay. Sort of as our founder like Atulya had asked that not to use Python in TCS NQT. So I hope that you like, I think you can go for, let's say, Java or C++ for your coding, right? I wouldn't be the correct person to ask about coding, but what you can do is you can definitely go for any of the languages, just not Python. All right. Instead of Python, just go for any other term or any other language that you can. Okay, let's start solving this. Sheba was not paying attention dash the teacher when the question was put dash her. Okay, so when paying attention dash the teacher, can you use at the teacher or with the teacher or from the teacher? At the teacher. At means you're putting something at. That means a surface. All right. At is used specially for place or time. It is not used for any action. So at is ruled out. With the teacher. With is normally used for associating with something. Right? Associating something. So Sheba is not associating her attention with the teacher. No. From the teacher. The attention should go from Sheba to the teacher and not from the teacher to Sheba. Right? So again, from is wrong. But what can we use is she was not paying attention to the teacher. To the teacher means to what the teacher was saying or teaching. All right. Sheba was not paying attention to what the teacher was saying. All right. So we are going to go with to. When the question was put dash her, put to her. What does put to her mean? Put to her means put before her. All right. Something that is asked. All right. Okay. Put to her can also mean asked. Put to means asked or put to work, right? To work. So when the question was put to her, that was put before her or being asked her, she was not paying attention. So we are going to use to before both the blanks. That means option B is going to be our answer. All right. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, this is an error identification question. Again, an error identification question before you. Please go ahead, try to solve it till then. Let me just see some of the comments. Why not Python? Ria, Sai. Okay. If you have not watched TCS NQT recruitment video, right? You can see that our head has asked not to use Python language because TCS NQT's compiler is somewhat has an issue with the Python language. It does not give you an optimal output. So as it says that, okay, as some of people are saying that Python 2 works and Python 3 has issues. So yes, you can go ahead with Python 2 because I am not the person to go right with coding. But what you can do is, yes, go along with Python 2 and not with Python 3 if people are saying so. It's best if you ask someone who has already given the exam. That person would be the perfect one to answer this. All right, so let's move ahead. Fingerprint is one of the most efficient way for criminal identification across the world. Okay. Fingerprint is one of the most effective way for criminal identification across the world. I am seeing that a lot of people are saying option C as the correct answer, but no, option C is not the correct answer. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. I did not read this word. Option C is the correct answer. Why? Because whenever you are using one of the, right? Whenever we are using the word one of the and the basic noun over here, this noun is going to be plural. All right. Very, very important. Whenever you are using one of the basic noun or the subject is going to be plural. So fingerprint is one of the most effective ways for criminal identification, right? Let's say she is one of the most intelligent girls in the class. All right. So whenever you're using one of the with a superlative degree, you will have to use a plural noun. Always remember it is going to be ways. All right. So option C is the correct answer. Whenever you are using one of this main noun or the main verb is going to be plural. All right. So ways is incorrect, right? It should be ways. Hence option C is the correct answer. Okay, moving forward. All right. Thank you, Detron, for your answers. C is the correct answer. Okay, now before we start off with the next question, let me just quickly show you how certifications are going to help you in TCS NQT. Now, if you are a Prime subscriber, you are going to get certifications. How? Certificates on completing each of these courses. You are going to get a Prep Insta Nano Degree certification and a TCS IN Remote Internship certification. All right. So if you are appearing for TCS and you are going for the TCS interview and you show them that you have a TCS IN Remote Internship certification, it is going to help you out more. Right? It's going to be an add-on benefit. So yes, this is how certifications can help you. Secondly, if you are selected, let's say for TCS NQT, your selection is going to be proceeded with interviews, right? And even for that, you can just come over here in the interview preparation section and learn or practice group discussion, HR, puzzles, resume, GitHub, and much more. GD is not there in TCS NQT, but yes, you can definitely prepare from for HR, puzzles, resume building as well, right? So interview preparation is the next step after the exam. So this is how you can prepare after you are done with your exam. All right, so there are benefits of using Prep Insta Prime. All right, and whoever is a Prime subscriber, you are also a Royal Pass accessor of prepinsta.com. All right. So again, those who have joined new, you can get the TCS NQT and Ninja all slots question from Prepinsta 2021 Instagram handle. Right. Once you are over here, click on the link in the bio. You are going to come on this page. Once you are on this page, click on the first link, that is TCS NQT all slots questions. And you are going to be redirected on this page. This is the main PDF. You can get questions and practice questions for TCS exams of each slot, 12th September, 13th and 14th September, slot 1 and slot 2. We have all the questions of all the slots right into this PDF, all right, along with solutions. So you can prepare for them over here. Now, all the questions that are here are all previous slot questions and none of them are current ongoing slot questions. All right, so yes, this is the PDF that you can get. Our team is circulating the PDF link over here. So make sure that you click on them and see the PDFs. Also, after every slot is completed, the PDF is updated. So make sure you refresh them after every 10 minutes, let's say, or after every slot is completed. Okay, so yes, let's move ahead with another question. You are going to read the text about dragons. So what you have to do is you have to put a sentence in blank 1 and blank 2 from either of these 3 sentences. All right, so let's do it together. Dragons are mythical creatures known as Lung in China. They were also believed to control the weather. Now, we have used they were also believed. That means we have already written a statement that has believed or belief or some sort of belief in the sentence preceding this one, because we have used also over here, right? The hint word also, which is the sentence. We can go with sentence B. They were believed to be snake-like creatures who can fly and spit fire from their mouths. Continuing, they were also believed to control the weather. So we are going to go with statement B in the first blank, followed by dash. This is why the ancient Chinese tradition emperors were believed to be successors of dragons. Now, why did the kings or the emperors take the dragons as the successors? Because they were symbols of good luck and strength. What does an emperor need? An emperor needs good luck and strength. Because these dragons were symbols of good luck and strength, that is why the emperors were known or were believed to be the successors of dragons, right? Because they brought good luck and strength. So we are going to go for blank 2 with option C, right? So we are going to go with option B over here that says B and C. All right, so statement B for blank 1 and statement C for blank 2. All right, we are not talking about festivals over here, right, or the dances. Hence, we are going to remove the sentence and use B and C as the answer. All right, I hope this is clear and we are moving forward now. The following pair of sentences can be combined into one better sentence. Choose the option that combines the 2 sentences best. So please try to answer the question and then we are going to move forward with the answer. Okay, I had seen that there was a query. It has been retracted now, but there was a query that said, what is the cutoff? So the cutoff, sectional cutoff is 70 to 75% and overall cutoff is 70 to 75% as well for TCS NQT. Okay, moving ahead. He is only 16. He is not eligible to vote in any election. Okay, he is only 16 but not eligible to vote in any election. He is only 16 in spite of not eligible to vote in any election. He is only 16, therefore not eligible to vote in any election. He is only 16, else not eligible to vote in any election. Now, from all of these sentences, we can see but is a wrong sentence because we are talking about a consequence, right? Or a result of something. But, in spite of, and else are contradictory statements or contradictory conjunctions, right? So we are not going to go with but, in spite, or else, but we are going to go with therefore. Therefore is the word that says because of this, this is happening, right? An effect and result kind of a sentence. So he is 16, therefore not eligible to vote in any election. Option C is the correct answer. Questions in verbal section for TCS NQT is comparatively easy, I would say, in comparison with other sections. But yes, you need to have a good grammatical knowledge to answer a few of the questions. Let's say, kind of close test or selecting words, these kind of questions. Okay. Now we have reading comprehensions, but before getting on to the reading comprehension section, let me just quickly show you the prizes for Prep Insta Prime. All right, so that if you are willing to do it, you can do it right over here. Okay. So we have offers for 3, 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, and 48 months. If you are on the, let's say, third, fourth or fifth semester, I would suggest you to go for 12 months and 18 months subscription, right? With that, you are getting a Prep Insta Royal Pass access as well. So you have two benefits, right? You can get hands on analytics on prepinsta.com and get hands on preparation material in on Prep Insta Prime as well. All right, so yes, let's move ahead with the question. Let's start with the reading comprehension now. All right. Okay. The first thing or the trick that we use normally to answer any kind of reading comprehension question is that we first read the question and after that we read the sentences or the passage. All right, so let's first read the question. Which of the following about the human brain is true? So the question is asking about human brain. Let's see where human brain is mentioned. We can see it's right over here. Right? Information processing theory has in recent years compared the human brain to a computer. The input is the information we give to the computer or to our brains, while the CPU is likened to be our short-term memory and the hard drive is our long-term memory. So the brain is being compared to a computer where the input is stored. After the input is given, our short-term memory and our long-term memory divide them whether it is important or not. The basic thing that our brain does is absorb or store all the information. All right. So we are going to go with option B over here. It carefully stores all the materials it is exposed to. Now, let's see other options as well. It manages the input and shifts what it wants to store. Now, human brain does not do the task of what to store and what not to store. That is done by short-term and long-term memory, right? So option A is ruled out. All human brains store the same information in the same way. Is that true? No, because my brain can absorb information in a different way and your brain can absorb information in a very different way. All right, so our brains are not same and they do not put information or store information in the same way as well. So option C is again ruled out. It produces the input in the same format when asked to. No, if I say that an apple is red, your brain might say that red color is apple. So we are processing information in different ways. All right. So if you take in an information, it is not possible to take the information out again in the same way. Hence, this is wrong. Now, we have an answer as A. I would like to let you know why A is not the correct answer and B, because A says that it manages the input and shifts what it wants to store. This act of managing and shifting is done by short-term memory and long-term memory, right? Brain does not do the work of shifting. What it does is it carefully stores all the material it is exposed to. So whatever information you are giving, you are storing it. The brain is storing. The shifting and sorting is done by STM and LTM. But storing is done by brain. Hence, we are going to go with option B. All right. moving forward, we have the same passage, but a different question. Please go through the question first, and then you can move forward with the answer. Okay, let's move ahead. According to the passage, information relates to dash. So let's see what information is relating to in the entire passage. All right. Information processing theory is cognitive theory that focuses on how the information is encoded into our memory, how our brain filters information from what we are paying attention in the present moment to what is getting sorted in a short-term or long-term memory. All right. The premise of information processing theory is that creating a long-term memory is something that happens in stages. First, we see, hear, feel, or taste in a given moment. So, information relates to that which we see in the watch in the television shows? No, not just that. Something we read in the newspaper? No. Something our family members tell us? No. But what we see, hear, and observe around us, right? Option A, B, and C are all present together in option D, right? What we see, we hear, and we read or observe around us, that is information. All right, so information relates to what we see, hear, and observe around us. That means option D is the correct answer. All right, so yes, we have come towards the end of all the questions, but very important thing that I would also let you know that what you can do is go on to this page, right? I hope my team can circulate this link onto the comment section as well. This is the best page that you can use to answer synonym antonym based questions, or let's say any question based on selecting words, right? It is not like feasible for a human being to remember all of the meanings, right? So what you can do is come on to this page, learn 5 to 10 meanings every day. That way you are going to enhance your vocabulary, and it is going to help you with answering questions based on selecting words of the meaning that you don't know, right? So this page is also going to help you out. You can go on to prepinter.com, most important words for synonyms and antonyms. And from here, you can get the questions, the words to practice. All right. So yes, we are done with slot 2 for today as well. Right. If you're not following us on social media handles, do follow us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, because we keep also please subscribe to YouTube, because we come up with live sessions and recruitment videos or hiring video updates and company preparation video questions as well, right? So if you have followed us on our Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram, as well as on YouTube, you are going to be benefited, right? So yes, that is it. Let me just answer a few questions in the comment section. Do you have slot-wise questions for answers and for Accenture? No, we do not have all of the questions for Accenture, but no, actually, we do not have questions for Accenture. Can we just put this with only TCS? Okay. I would just request my team if they can, circulate the page link as well, the one which I just showed for vocabulary, and then we can move ahead. Okay, so anyone who has their exams after this, all the best. You can, prepare for it from our PDFs and from our videos as well. Do practice the questions from the PDF. You can get the PDF on our Instagram handle, PrepInsta2021. All right. So yes, all the best. Thank you. And stay here because you are going to get another session, live session on logical, right? So please stay over here and all the best. Thank you.